Hello, you amazing friends. This is your pal Edward Zia speaking. I'm very honoured to be with a man who Jeff Bezos looks like, but we've got a better version. We've got the amazing Robert Horkings. Robert Horkings, so good having you with us today. How you doing?
Hey Ed, always a pleasure to be online. And again, thank you so much for the invitation to share some powerful information today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And the reason why I bring up the Jeff Bezos line, whenever I share that photo, a lot of people say he looks like Jeff Bezos, and I reply back saying, no, Jeff Bezos looks like him. That's my response. So there you go.
I've been used many a times at events as Jeff, so it's quite interesting when people just don't believe you sometimes.
There you go. But Robert, great to have you with us. And for those who know Robert, you know how busy he is, and it's such an honour to have him with us. For those that don't know Robert, heads up basically the Southern Hemisphere at Zinzino. He's a very successful multi-millionaire, self-made businessman, and he's also a real giver, and he helps people become successful in their own unique way. So I'm going to ask you a great question just to kick things off. And Robert, why are you so successful?
Look, I really believe that it come from my history, okay? And your history as you go through life, there's a number of things that happen to you and, roads that you choose to take. And at a very young age, I was very, very fortunate that I got involved with some great selling giants of the world like Jim Rohn, Tom Hopkins, those type of guys that helped me educate or formulate my life long term. It put me down a path in a selling career. And a lot of people have that issue about selling, okay? I call it a community world where I can communicate with people and find out what they want and then give them a solution to what they're looking for. So, call it selling or solution solving. That's what I became very, very good at. And yes, I've made a lot of money out of doing that.
Yeah. It's funny you say that actually, because again, like you would have been what I would call a master salesman, I bet, at the age of 21 at the latest, right?
I was.
Yeah. I only became a master salesman about 6 months ago, and I'm like 45, right? And I think that's really it. I think the thing that you've done really well, and bravo to you, is you embraced sales nice and early in life. I never really did. I always had a bit of a push-pull experience of sales. In a way, I felt I liked it, I didn't like it. It took me until my mid-40s until I really got into it. I want to ask you, Robert, I'm not the only one who feels like that. Why do so many people, me included, why do we take so long to get great at sales where you just dived in and nailed it?
I think the biggest problem, and this is what I was taught at a very young age, okay, and about communication, and it's called profiting from your community. Okay, a lot of people really have issues when they profit from something that they're selling. Okay, and let's use the Zinzino balance stall at the moment. Okay, or any product, that doesn't matter what it is. Everything in life, there's always people communicating a product. So I think it's that fear of getting over that first and saying, I'm actually communicating a product that I know, like, and trust, which again, every product that I've been involved with, and it's been like, if I look at my brand names that I've been involved with, IBM, Zinzino, Usana, these are multi-billion-dollar companies, okay? These are not little companies. So I've always aligned myself with a very reputable brand or company, number one. And then I know when I'm communicating that out to my associate group, my community, I know that I, number one, consume the product or use the service or whatever it might be. And then when I make the recommendation and I make a referral fee, a commission, whatever it might be, okay, I feel very comfortable with that because that's my chosen pathway. And in life, okay, there's a number of people that you see, okay, and they're called, especially in our industry and direct sales or, influencer people that are online, as they're called today. But there are weekend warriors. In other words, people that just want to make 500 a week or 1,000 a week or something like that. To professional people that want to make 10 or 15, 20, 30,000 a week, similar to myself. So it's really, as they, sort of make a decision where they want to be, because life must be lived as well. And people that are deciding what they want to do with their part-time or spare time. And as you and I know, nobody's really got spare time. They can do it part-time once a decision is made. But really, it's identifying what product you want, then having the belief and the strength in that product, and then being able to communicate that product out to the person with full, belief, full commitment, and then knowing. And I tell people I don't have to tell them to their face, obviously, but they know that I am Zenzino. Okay, they know when they talk to me, hey, I'm going to sell you some product or tell you the benefits of why this product's great for you. Or the flip side, which we're in a direct sales company. We're looking for smart and sharp people, similar to myself, similar to yourself, Ed, okay, that are out there that want to work from home and build a different lifestyle or build a business income or some rebate income with their lifestyle. It's very, very interesting, Ed, because you make a decision, and Ed, you say you don't sell. You are one of the masters on your videos, one of the masters on the way you do social media. And I know, okay, the speed bump in life put you there, didn't it? A change in environment, change in a situation made you go, oh dear, what do I do now? And then you formulated this formula, and my hat off to you. Every day I just think, this man is, if I could just be a mini Ed, I would be just amazing in life, okay? But I mean, just on the social media, but your skill set, what you've done in 3 years, you think about what you've done since a speed bump in life. That was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your life prior to that speed bump, was totally different to what it is today, correct?
Oh, well, several reactions there is, I just want to jump in. I want to make an earlier reaction. You gave me a penny drop, so thank you for the mentoring session over LinkedIn Live. It's funny, one of the things that made me really good at sales is exactly what you said, was that when I became so long story short, I used to be a marketing consultant for quite a few years, and about 3 years ago, we became LinkedIn business networking specialists.
Yep.
And it's funny, my love for LinkedIn has helped me become a master salesman, because I spend all my day just selling LinkedIn and business networking, right? And it's funny because LinkedIn crossed 1 billion users last week, right? It's like the hottest social media platform on earth. It's an easy sell, you're right. It's funny, when you're aligned with the right company or product or structure, in a way, the sales is easy, because in a way, I'm not trying to convince you that LinkedIn is awesome. I'm just telling people the facts of what's going on. And I always say to people, if you don't believe LinkedIn is awesome, just jump on for 5 minutes and come back and tell me what you think.
And there's the key, okay? So you're using the platform, the brand behind it. Now, I want you to, in our industry, okay, let's talk about where I'm in life, okay? You heard this little company called Uber. You've heard of that company before?
Yeah, they like deliver food and stuff, and they have like little cars and drones now and stuff.
Correct. Now, so what they did is our industry went a little bit crazy, okay, back in the 90s, okay? So we did have some issues in the actual industry itself. But what happened is Uber was able to remove those people for us, remove those people out of our industry. So they took the people and put them into cars for us. So the people that were causing some issues in the direct sales industries in the 90s, 2000s, that problem has literally gone away, guys. So again, they use a major platform like Ed is using with LinkedIn. It makes a massive difference, okay, when you've got a platform behind you. So here, what we've got, okay, at Zenzino, we have a platform. We have a platform that people can work with on a daily basis. We have a highly consumable product that allows you to make sure that you can actually get reorder of sales, which is very critical in today's world when you're looking at residual income or royalty-based income. Similar to what Ed's got with LinkedIn, he's got a base that he's working with, and he's using that as his expertise. It's then his mindset, his way of doing things that absolutely categorically make it totally different for him on a daily basis. Now, guys, from my side, I want to talk about literally what we do and how we do it here at Zenzino. Zenzino is a direct sales company. And right now, what I'm doing is looking for some key people, okay? Some key people that want to come on this journey with me, okay? And this journey is very powerful for those people that want to look at residual-based income, look at income that they can derive from having products being sold through a community or a network of consumers. Some people say, well, is it something that I would like to do? I really believe once you see the situation, okay, when you see the situation of where we're at with a company like Zenzino, you really will make a difference, okay, in your mindset. And Ed, that's the key thing that I believe, okay. The key thing I believe is when you get your mindset and belief on a product or a service, that's when you go out, like I said before, and start communicating it.
Yeah. Robert, can you hear me? Because my camera just died for no reason.
Absolutely perfect, my friend.
There you go. So just on a funny one now, the beautiful Edward Zia has disappeared for no reason, absolutely no reason. I've done a million live streams. My camera just died. And you know what? That means you're going to get, because we don't need Edward Zia today. Today we need Robert Horkings. So today is the Robert Horkings show. So in other words, I'm just gonna full screen you, Robert Horkings. I've never done this before, so there you go. So I'm just gonna full screen you as much as I can. We're gonna enter the Robert Horkings show. So I'm just gonna interview you with all eyes upon you. So Robert, this is all fantastic. And I'm gonna say I love your success and vibes. Now, we had a good chat before, and you were talking about business builders. Like Zenzino's expanding, you're looking for more business builders. Now, I want to go back to what you said before about the speed hump in life, right? Because I remember that, to be honest with you, I was a bit of a nobody pre-COVID. Now I'm Lassie and I global stars, right? You know what I mean? You're right. There's going to be a lot of people who are watching this recording who don't have the technical issues that I have, lol. But they're going to be sitting there thinking, you know what? My life isn't going the way I want, right? For whatever reason, not their fault, right? Whatever happens. What do you say to people watching whose lives aren't going the way they want? And how does your business building work? Tell us about those people at the trough in their lives and how they can turn everything around.
Well, I think everybody gets to that stage in their life, Ed, and we all have some light bulb moments in life. We also have some things where life is not right, and they always say, well, why me? Why did I end up like this? Well, normally it's because your life wasn't planned correctly, or you were actually doing something that wasn't keeping up with the latest technology, keeping up with where life is in the surroundings that we're in. And I say to a lot of people that you've got to really look at your environment around you. If you're not happy with your environment around you, you've got to make a change, guys. And change is hard. And those people that, for an example, they do a checklist, okay, and say, okay, where am I in life? How much income have I got to formulate my lifestyle? Do I have enough money at the end of every month? A lot of people have too much month at the end of every money, okay? So, in other words, their bank account is much smaller than what the 30 days in a month or 31 days in a month. So when they get to the end of the money, they still got 20 days of living to do before they actually can get some more money into the bank. So wherever your situation is, you need to take a stock, have a look at the list and say, do I need to change what I'm doing? Everybody makes a lifestyle change, okay? And a lot of people that I always see them, people that I have the opportunity, because they do ring me, Ed, and they say, do you think a company like Zenzino, or do you think direct sales is for you? So I always say, well, let's look at your 168 hours in a week. Let's just look at your hourly week. What do you do with those hours? So let's just take stock of that for a moment. More people that are sitting in a bad situation will not give up 6 to 8 hours a week of lifestyle to change their current lifestyle, which they're just living on credit to do.
Which just on that, Robert, you're right. I don't want to cut you off. I got a funny example I want to come back to in a minute, but you're right, Robert. To be honest with you, I deal with this crap all the time. People will walk up to me and whinge about how bad their life is. I'll tell them, again, I'm a LinkedIn guy. I'll tell them how to use LinkedIn and turn their life around. And then they won't do it. Then they'll come back to me 6 months later saying how bad their life is. Do you get that sort of crap too that just gives you a migraine, Robert?
I get that. And then because I remember conversations with these type of people, and I go, I remember clearly I told you what you needed to do. What did you do to change your life from 6 months ago? Because we get them in the business, okay? And I call them my 80-20 club, okay? The 80%ers will tie up a bucket load of time thinking about getting started. The 20%ers, okay, they go up and tear the world up. You teach them once, you give them the educational tools that we've got, okay? Yeah. They study, do, teach. They study, do, teach. In other words, they study, they go do it, and then they teach other people to duplicate the process. Those 20%ers are the ones that make this whole world go around all the time, okay? And the 80%ers that come up, and I keep reminding them, this is what you've got to do to go and change your life. We have an incredible document called the Express Start Training in Life, okay? Mm-hmm. And we hand that to people right at the get-go, right at the beginning, and we say you've got 90 days to 120 days. 120 days is the red blood cycle, so we work a lot around 120 days in everything that we do, okay? Everything that we do in life, we make sure we give 120 days to change your life. And that's the key thing, what happens, okay, with when I educate people with the Express Start lifestyle change is you got 120 days to change your life. And if you make the decision week by week, okay, after 120 days, I know that your life and your lifestyle is going to be changed dramatically. So that's really where I focus on, where I look at people. I help remold people, okay, from where they're sitting in life today to where I want to take them. And it doesn't matter what age you are, 18 to 80 or 18 to death, it doesn't matter. I've got some people in my group, okay, that are of an older era, okay, and they're doing amazing in the business. I've also got very young guys, okay, that want to replicate something that can be done as a lifestyle business. And they're online entrepreneurs. They're people that want to do that on a daily basis. They're online. They know how to work the business online. They know how to communicate with their community and how to get online or drive a link to where they can get sales, to where they can find some builders, where they can duplicate the process that we're doing. A little bit like, Ed, what I'm doing right now. As you know, I'm bringing on an EA that's going to help me on the online platform. I am from the older school, okay? So I'm 61 myself, okay? So I'm just new to this.
If I can just jump in there, and friends, I just want to apologize to everyone. Today is the Robert Horkings show because for no reason my webcam just stopped 5 minutes ago. So I've tried to get it back, but we're just going to I'm going to be like God today. So I'm going to be God like talking to Robert. So I'm like Morgan Freeman and you're Jim Carrey, right?
That's it.
Yeah. But now what I was going to say though is you are so spot on in everything that you're saying, and I love where you're going because you're right. I was just reflecting before. So many people, 80-20 rule is so true. You're going to meet some people that are going to take charge of their lives and some people that are going to do absolutely nothing. And what I admire about you is whilst you're open to helping everyone, you're also very savvy at focusing on the people that want to help themselves, aren't you?
They're my key people, my 20% club guys. If I'm going to spend some of my hours out of my 168 hours a week that I've got, remember, we all have the same 168. Yeah. We all have the same, okay?
Yeah.
So I make sure that the time that I do and spend with people is always of value, or I add value to their life, okay? So time management is critical when you're building a large consumer. And Ed, I got here 5 years ago in Zenzino, okay? So it's been a 5-year journey, 2.5 years with the speed bump, okay? Because we had to get our listing numbers on our products, okay? Our approval numbers for the Australian market. So we were food standard first. Now we're a Therapeutics Goods Administration, TGA listed product, which just allows us to have a number on our product, which says, hey, we can now make claims about our products here in Australia. But that speed bump caused an interesting factor in life because everybody that was doing things had to change the way they were doing it because of the amount of things that had changed in life. I think a lot of people profited out of that. I know my business has changed dramatically to the way we were doing it. I know, Ed, that I used to jump in the car and go do meetings down the road at the Gold Coast or up north, an hour north, 2 hours, 3 hours. So I'd drive to Port Macquarie to do a meeting. I no longer have to do that. We're all
Yeah.
educated that these style of meetings is perfectly fine, that we can communicate. And that's because the stability of the network, 99.9% of the time, the host, his camera will always work. Okay.
Yeah. So 99.99% reliable, a 0.01%, whereas for no reason my webcam stops working. And I've done at least 400 live streams, and there you go. My camera decided to stop working today, which makes this the Robert Horkings show.
Ed, this is what I want you to understand, okay? Here's a good learning curve out of this process. I want you to see my reaction, okay? Now, I knew Ed was doing something, and I didn't know if it was mine. All I saw that the live button was still live, okay? So I had two choices. I could lose my train of thought and go, oh, Ed, what's happening? God, what are you doing to me? Or I took control of the situation and kept the conversation going. Now, if it was me that was at fault, okay, and I want you guys to learn from this because some people panic under stress. Ed, I'm correct in assuming you've been in the military or some armed forces like myself before?
Oh yeah, totally. So I was an army engineer and ex-AFP. So I always say I went from digging holes all day to bashing up druggies.
Okay, so there's a scenario, guys, and similar to myself, and I learned a lot of my skills as well. I forced myself. My brother, my older brother, was in the military as well. So I went through the reserves, army cadets. I did all that as education because I saw what it was doing to him and educating him the right way and molding him to be a better person as well. But it's that skill set from there that, like, even when things are not going right, you just can't break down. You can't break down and be the person that melts. You've got to be the strength. The pillar of strength is the ones that always win. And that scenario, again, I wasn't sure what was happening, but I just thought, okay, let's keep this going. And then you gave me a message, said, keep talking. I can still hear you. So we just then went into a conversation. I gathered your internet failed or something on technology. And that happens on these things. But the learning curve was, don't break under pressure. Do not break under pressure.
Now it's funny you say that, actually. Lassie and I were having this conversation the other day. We've met so many people that, and you know where I'm going, right? You know where I'm going here. And by the way, if you just come in, friends, smash that like, share, and comment. Today's the Robert Horkings Show. Ed's webcam died for no reason. It's only a $3,000 Microsoft Surface, but anyway, my webcam still died. But at least we've got audio, thank God for that. So I'm like God, and Robert Horkings is like the hero of the movie, right? Now, the thing is that Lassie and I are having this conversation a lot lately. You'll meet people that come and talk the biggest game. I'm sure they walk up to you and says, oh my God, Robert, I'm going to do this with Zinzina, I'm going to do that. Or people will walk up to Lassie, oh my God, Ed, I'm going to do this with my events and that in my events. And then it's just a no-show. It's just like once reality hits, these people just cave and procrastinate and do nothing. I think you've seen a lot of that. People telling you they're going to play the biggest game and they can't even pick up the cricket bat.
Yeah, look, and that's the 80% club. You're going to have a lot of people that look and read, or they become educated nightmares, basically. Okay, so and I'll say it because it's one of my favorite sayings: educated derelicts. Okay, in other words, they educate themselves so much without doing the doing. Okay, so the skills come from the doing. Okay, so if you go out and you educate yourself, but you get the real skills in life on actually doing what's required. So I could have sat here for the last 5 years and just said, hey, Zinzino's a great company, come and join me, use my products. I went out in the trenches and I've built a $1 million a month business here in Australia, okay, because I went out in the trenches. I work with the field, and I have a great environment that I'm working in the field, and I also get to manage it. And one extra fold to that, Ed, which anybody that's doing this, and that's a CEO, running your own business, owning your own business, and from 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm the customer support person. You know what that does for me, Ed? It puts me in touch with reality of what my customers are saying to my support staff.
Yeah.
Okay, so from 11 o'clock till midnight, when they're handling all the other calls, okay, and it's just about deliveries or how do I take this product. But I get conversations in the morning, okay, and that's why I love doing mornings, okay, is
Yeah.
I hear from my customers exactly how they feel because they don't know who I am. Remember, they're just phoning the company. They have no idea who Robert Horkings is. They're a customer and they just want to have something sold.
Yeah.
By having those conversations, I know everything that's happening in my business, okay? Because I'm from product reactions, how they're consuming my products, or whether they say to themselves, is there an opportunity to actually share this product and get my products for free, or can I actually get some rebates and make some money out of it? So guys, if you're in the business and you're the management, get back to the ground, get back to the people, and talk to your customers at a ground level.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. One example, and a guy who follows your beats as well. So Ryan Roslansky, he's the CEO of LinkedIn, right? You're well aware of, and he's also an A-lister. He's like a multi-millionaire entrepreneur. He's an A-lister, so I think he's already a multi-millionaire entrepreneur before he became the CEO of LinkedIn. So he was kind of like already a business celebrity. Then LinkedIn picked him up, right? And the thing that blew me away about this guy's worth he must be worth at least $100 million, right? He must have at least $100 million, at least $100 million under his couch, right? At least $100 million, right? So if I ever go to Ryan's house, I'm going to dig around under his couch. Ryan, if you're listening, we love you. And what was interesting is Ryan once liked one of my posts on LinkedIn, and then I knew this was stupid. I sent him a connection request saying, "Hi Ryan, my name's Edward. I'm from Australia. I know you're a busy man. Be honored to connect." And I just forgot about it. And right away, he connected with me and sent me a voice message thanking me for all I do. So think about it for a second. This guy's worth at least $100 $100 million a year. He's like the CEO of LinkedIn. He connected with some guy from Australia and even sent them a voice message. And to me, you and him are very similar on that vein. What do you think of that story? I bet you would relate to it well.
Well, look, it's very powerful because, again, you're as powerful in your own mindset as the group of people you surround yourself. And Ed, what you're doing around Australia, and as I said to you, we want to get Adelaide in as your next opening market where you can do meetings and meetups, okay? But making sure that you do those, and you taught me those video messages and those voicemail messages instead of texting. It's very powerful. It's the technology's on our side these days, so you can do crazy things like that and connect. But Ed, your profile represents who you are on a daily basis. True. And Ryan would have looked at your profile and went, hey, this is the type of guy I would like to connect with as well. Because we all have those decisions. And I do it very, very much these days, okay? And some people say, oh, do you run your own? Yes, I do. Everybody that goes to connect with me, I have a look at their profile quickly. If it's something that I would be interested in or something that I would like to communicate with, I obviously connect with them. I reject, as you know, a lot of people on social media because they're just not the people that I want to connect with or that I think are my consumer group or I think, okay, that want to be a business partner with me within Zenzino or within life. So really, people like Ryan, yes, connect with them, but you got to represent what they're looking for as well. That's the critical part. It's like you and I, we don't have a everyday chat, okay, let's say, but our personalities in life and the way we do business is very, very similar, and it complements each other so well. It's amazing.
Robert Horkings, you inspire me. And if you've just come in, please like, share, and comment. If you're watching the recording, please connect with Robert Horkings. And today is the Robert Horkings Show because Ed's webcam died 10 minutes ago for no reason. So afterwards, I'm going to go get a hammer out of my toolkit and do some work on my PC. I'll get a hammer and chisel and work on my PC. Now, Robert, we've got a few minutes left. In the time together, can we please get some closing thoughts from you? And for those watching that are interested in Zenzino and would love to talk to you about becoming a business builder, please tell us what the process is. Awesome, Robert Horkings.
So, guys, drop me a message, inbox me, okay? Give me a direct link and chat to me, okay? I always ask people once I connect with them, okay, if it's on the business side, obviously the product side, I talk to them about the product and where they're at in life and what their conditions are and all that type of stuff. But let's just talk business for one moment. And just so you know, we have 600,000 consumers, okay? So over 600,000 consumers of our product now. And we have about 25,000 people that actually communicate the business that has built that 600,000 people. So we have a very small numbers of expertise partners. And if you want to become one of those, I'll put you through a few questions. I'll educate you and say, is it something you really want to do? And is it something that is of value, or are you of value for me to add my time, 2, 3, 4 hours in a week, okay, to help you get the success that you're looking for? Don't worry about whether it's a wellness industry. All you're doing is communicating a product. Once you've taken a test, there's a Zeno Balance test, which, you know, most listeners know, okay, we're the only company in the world that tests before we actually ask you to consume our product. So the Zeno Balance test is our star of the show, global program. It's available anywhere in the world. Then we ask you simply to consume our product. And once you've done that for 120 days, we then test you again. And that test then identifies that our product has worked. Only program in the world, and that's why I love Zeno so much. So we can educate you that side. And then what we're going to do is do some very, very educational work on yourself. And I call it, Ed, the checkup from the neck up, okay? We got to clear this. Yeah, honestly, yeah, and I'm a little bit like you, Ed. You made a decision to change your life as in body size and get rid of some body fat.
Yeah.
That's
I used to be so fired. I was so fired 2 years ago. I've lost about 40 pounds. Sorry, I had to say it in that.
So
and I found Jesus. No, I already had Jesus. I just lost the 40 pounds. There you go. Sorry.
I love it. So once we get you educated, believer on the product, okay, and then we're going to show you some key styles on how to, use the system, okay, the educational tools, okay, then again, fully documented. It's a handbook on how to run a business in Zeno. That's what it's about. How to use the online social media, how to use lifestyle building, how to communicate with people correctly, giving you the education and the tools of trade to go out and make a decision, 500 a week, 5,000 a week, 50,000 a week, whatever. The number one earner in Zeno is about $600,000 a month, okay, in revenue right now. So their income or their commissions on a monthly basis, rebate on a monthly basis is about $600,000 on a monthly basis. So, from zero to whatever, you tell me the number you want and I'll show you how to do it. So it's that process, Ed, that's very, very important. And some people say, well, that's a little bit tough. No, again, I've got 168 hours in a week. I want to utilize them with the people that want to change their life and want to build a business with residual-based income. Very, very simple. And they're going to enjoy the process. And if they don't build Zeno out of it, they're going to come out of the whole process a better person in life.
My God. I got to say, I appreciate you, Robert. You are a fine man. And thank you for your powerful thoughts. And looking forward to our next live streams. We should pump them out weekly or fortnightly. So I can't wait till we catch up next time.
Mate, I hope I gave some people some emotional, disturbing activities that will just change their life. Even if they don't do Zeno or come and take our product, it's that one little drop of information that can change people's mindsets, that can change their life for the better. And I hope we've done that today. And Ed, thank you for giving the whole show to me halfway through it.
Oh, there we go. There we go. So I'm in God mode today. There you go. I feel like Morgan Freeman and you're Jim Carrey. So there you go. I'm Morgan Freeman today. I love Morgan Freeman, by the way. Now, thanks again, everyone. Stay awesome. Stay tuned for more live streams. As I said, I'm going to go, after we finish this live stream, I'm going to go get a big rubber mallet out of my toolbox and start hitting my PC as hard as I can. And hopefully that will rectify the issue. But friends, thank you so much, Robert. Thank you to our audience around the world. We appreciate you with us so much. Love your work, Robert.
Appreciate you guys. Take